Hello, this is Chris Menard. Today's video comes from me being somewhat dumb. I heard someone saying that they were headed to Rome, and I live in Atlanta, Georgia. I assumed that they were talking about Rome, Georgia, and I thought, who cares? But apparently they're talking about Rome, Italy. So I want to talk about Microsoft Excel's geography data type. I've got Excel running. I'm running Office 365. This only works with Office 365 right now. I'm going to start typing in cities in the southeast. So I've got 3 cities listed. Notice I'm in cell A4 and it actually says convert to geography. I did nothing to pull that up and I'm like, sure. It gave you the geography data type icon right here. So for example, I'm going to go to Atlanta, Georgia, click it, and it pulls up what's called a card. So that's a card right there. It's got some images from Wikipedia. It tells me that it's in Fulton County, which is correct. There's my state. If I wanted to put in the state, I would click right here to extract it, and it puts in the state, Georgia. That's correct. I'm going to delete that for a second. The issue I have, going back to my story, there is a Rome, Georgia. Just to show you this, I'm outside of Atlanta, and here is Rome, Georgia. But apparently those people were talking about, obviously, Rome, Italy. So if I come and click this card, as you can see, it's showing Italy. So I thought, what happens if the Excel geography data type takes over and it puts in the wrong city? And the answer is, let me undo again, I'm going to just type right over it, Rome, GA. Watch. Now, instead of saying Italy, there you go. It's got the right state. So there are a lot of cities that have, a lot of cities are in different states and in different countries. As an example, Washington, there's city of Washington's everywhere, but there's also a state of Washington. So that'd be another example. But now that I have these 3 data types in here, I've got them all highlighted. I can come over here. Let me add a header row real quick just to make this official. I'll put in city. Now I've got them highlighted. I want to insert data. Watch this. So I can put in the population. It filled that in. I can come in here and put in the leader. That is correct. Keisha Lance Bottoms is the mayor. And I can come in here and probably put in also the state. Georgia, Florida, that's all correct. In real life, I'll be putting in header rows. So there's tip number 1, is just start typing in cities or states, and Microsoft Excel will pick up that it's a geography data type. Just in case you didn't know this, I have to have an internet connection, obviously, to get it to initially work, but once it turns it into that geography data type, and I don't have an internet connection, let's say I'm on a plane, this would still work. Tip number 2 with geography data types. There's 195 countries, I believe, in the world. And instead of me typing in the 195, I went and found a website, countries in the world by population. I'm going to copy that URL back to Microsoft Excel. I don't want to have to type in any one of those countries. I want to link Excel. I want Excel to pull in with a link to that website. I'm going to go to the Data tab at the top, Get and Transform Data. I just did 3 videos on how to unpivot data using this. But in this example, I want to go from Web. It wants to know the URL down below here. I'm just going to paste it in here, Control V. I'm going to click OK. Obviously, you'll need an internet connection for this to work. Excel is going to go find that web page, but what I'm looking for is a table, because those countries were in a table. Let's see, there's a preview. I click table 0. That is how it looks. If I wanted to see how it looked on the website, I can click on Web View and say, yeah, that's it. But I'm going to go to Table View. And you can't see it. It's just off the screen. We pull this up. There you go. Now you can see it in the bottom right-hand corner, Load. And the reason I'm doing this is, again, I want to use the geography data type in Excel, but I've got other fields that are not in this web table. I'm going to keep the country. I'm going to get rid of everything else. All right, click and delete it. And just to keep this easy, I'm going to only keep delete. I'm only going to keep it with these 14 countries. I don't care that they're numbered. So here we go. Highlight. If you notice, China, India, United States, the first three, do not have the icon for the geography data type. That icon right there. So because I pulled them in from the web, I'm going to go to the Data tab, Data Types, Geography. Watch this. Now it has the geography data type next to it. When I pulled it in from the web, it made it a table. That is why it says Table Design at the top. When I previously did this with the cities, do you notice the header rows did not fill in here in B1, C1, and D1? Because it's a table now, and I've got country listed, when I hit the Add Column, I want to put in, I'm going to find something here. Let's go find the population. That'll be good. Population. It put in the word population in cell C1. What else do you want to put in here? I want to know the area. And one more. I would also like to know I'm going to just pick something, the capital. A lot of people don't know you can do this with the geography data type. Let me just close this for a second. I have population in column C. I have area in column D. Not available to me is the population density. It's the population divided by the area. So I'm going to come over here into F2. I'm in cell F2. I'm going to do equals B2 dot B2, what do you want to know? I want to know the population divided by B2 dot the area. Population divided by area is your population density. There I go, right there. So there's your population density. I'm just going to do a little bit of formatting real quick. Anyway, that is the geography data type, which I'm a huge fan of. I use this all the time. So I showed you how to just flat out start typing it and it appears. I showed you how to change it if it picks up the wrong city. I also showed you how to pull in from a web. That was the data. Get and transform. And then I finally showed you also when it's in a table, how the header rows immediately appear. And then finally I showed you how to do a formula using the geography data type. Feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Have a great weekend.